So I love motorcycle gear, gizmos, technology. I like it all. It's all super cool. And a year or so, 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I started getting these CarPlay screens that you could use on your motorcycle. And to be honest with you, fantastic. I love them. It was great for older bike that didn't have any of those modern conveniences that you get with CarPlay or Android Auto or things like that. Um, but they were pricey, without question. You know, they're coming in at $600-700 US. So the folks over, and I'm going to probably say this wrong, Aoocci reached out and said, "Hey, we have one that we've just released. Kind of does everything that the premium models do, but we're selling it now at about half that price." And I was like, "That's cool." So they're coming in about $350. I believe on their website they have a discount code that you can use right now. But I told them that I no longer have a motorcycle that I have the ability to install and test this on. They were like, "Yeah, that's okay." Um, which is a little funny. They're like, "Just, we want to get the brand out there." So I was like, "Okay, I understand that." Anyways, this is it. So we're just going to be doing it like an unboxing, show you what comes in it. We'll talk about some of the reasons that I think, from being someone that has used these in the past, why I think these are a good investment for those that want some additional safety measures, some additional technology on their motorcycle, and why I think, it's half the price, which that's fantastic. Why would you not want that, right? I think that's going to be great. Anyways, let's take a look at what comes in the box first. This is the Aoocci C6 series. Now, I believe they make a C6 and a C6 Pro. They said they were sending the C6 Pro, so I'm going to say that this is the C6 Pro. Well, as you can see here, the boxes would be the same. There's no checkbox, so I don't know. Few of the features of it here. 6.25-inch touchscreen. That's big. So that's way bigger than the one that I had before. I think that was only 5 inches, 5 inches and change. Dual 1080p front and rear cameras, which is also good. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi for phone and helmet connectivity. GPS navigation. It takes a micro SD card or TF card. Has tire pressure monitoring, emergency recording, and it's IP67 waterproof. So totally designed for you and I when we're on a motorcycle. So I think, again, at the price point, 300, 350-ish, somewhere in that range, US. That's pretty killer, right? I will have links down below where you guys can go check out their website if you want to get more information in regards to it. But whoa, yeah, that's a big screen. That's a big screen. For sure. We'll look at that in a minute. It comes with a ton of stuff, Now, like all of them, you are going to have to be a little comfortable in regards to doing this kind of installation, because you're going to have to wire it up. You're going to want to wire it into maybe an accessory port, your battery, hide your cables, et cetera, because you want to make it look nice. Yes, you want it to look nice, which is why they give you zip ties, because you need zip ties. Yes, you give you a little screwdriver with some screws. These are going to be adhesive plates. My guess would be these are for the front and rear cameras. They're going to be one of your cameras. There's some these are your tire pressure monitoring. So you're going to put these on your actual tire valve stems. You get a little wrench. You get some more mounty goodness. Holy moly. So yeah, just realize, again, I forgot how much stuff came in it when I had to do this before. There's going to be your mount that goes in your handlebar to actually mount the screen to. These here are all the different sizing adapters. So depending on if you have 7/8 inch bars, if you have 1 inch bars, if you have 1 1/4 inch bars, et cetera, right? More plates. This is what's going to go on the back of the screen. It does have a ball mount. Now, the other thing that you could use too, if you have an existing ball mount style handlebar, maybe you just want to use that, but it comes with one, which is cool. You are going to get a waterproof, right, USB. So I'm wondering, you may be able to plug this in. Maybe you able to plug this in straight into USB. As a possibility. I would plug it directly into my battery, which is what this one is. It comes with its own fuse. So if you have an accessory area, like I have an accessory switch on mine, motorcycle. So I would plug that in so that it's automatically powered that way. Waterproof power box, excellent. That's good. But again, you know, I don't know if you would want to plug this directly into your battery because it may just constantly discharge. Oh, that's nice. Mine didn't have this. This comes with a actual handlebar remote. So for taking calls, looks like turning your camera on, switching between your front and rear cameras. Because again, maybe you want to just use it to record. Maybe that's your deal, right? You want to record stuff, off you go. There's one of your other cameras because again, front and rear cameras, which is cool. And more cables. These are going to be extension because you are going to have to get a camera all the way to the back of your bike, camera to your front of your bike. You're going to have everything wired to your battery, etc., etc. It comes with a 64 gig card. Very nice. That's super exciting. And this is going to be a sun visor, right, for your monitor to help keep the sun off the screen. And I find it funny. You get like a bajillion pieces of stuff here, which you do, which is needed. So again, I know when I had mine installed, I've had two of them. At the first one I had installed, I did it myself. I probably shouldn't have. Second one, I actually took it somewhere to get it installed because I'm not that mechanically inclined. I'll be completely honest with you. Anyways, this is the operation guide. So you guys can kind of see it here. There's your installation diagram, etc., where all your cables are going to go. There's your units, power cable, right? Installation tool, brackets, connecting. You get a mobile app, which is good. That's going to be so you can see it on your phone. And just all the ways that you can look at it and be ridiculously happy, right? Because you want to be happy when you're riding your motorcycle, because that's the reason we ride motorcycles, because it makes us happy. Yes, yes. Anyways, this is the unit. It is in there. So you're gonna push it up maybe from the back. There we go. I'm just gonna squeeze this down there. Again, it's going to have your primary cables, right? Your power cable, your controller cable. These should go out to your two cameras. You have front and rear cameras. Oh, that's a nice looking screen. That is nice. And just so you guys know, you're going to use that screwdriver to take these screws out. Usually what happens is that's where you're going to be your USB, let's say a charging port, or be able to possibly do like firmware updates, things like that. That may be what that's for, if it has that. I'm not 100% sure, but this is also definitely going to be where your SD card goes, because if it's recording stuff, you want it protected inside here, and you don't want it easily accessible for someone to just be able to steal your SD card, your micro SD card, right? There's going to be your mounting points right there. And I don't know if I have the ability to turn this on. So I'm wondering if I use that one there that goes into was a USB. That's my curiosity. I just want to see what the screen looks like for you fine folks. So this one here, digging through all this stuff. Yes. So this, my guess would be go into power. We're just going to take a look. I want to see what that screen's like. And again, the nice thing too is some of them don't support Android Auto, and they only support CarPlay, so Apple CarPlay, but this one supports both. So that's nice. And again, you get these nice little like waterproof connectors. So that's excellent. I'm going to take that. And we're going to hope that this has some power in it. Hold on a second. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we do. So that's good. So it will power itself off of the USB. So I'm guessing if you wanted to, you could do it just off a USB instead of having to install all this stuff. So you have your driving recorder. So this is going to be for, of course, recording your actual adventures. Yes. Interconnect, your time, front and back is your tire pressures. It actually shows, the temperature of both your tires. It has a replay section, which you have to install this, right? Install, it says no SD card. So that's your home. You have your brightness. Yep. You have your volume. You have your Bluetooth connect, and you have your system settings. So your language, your time settings, your speed units. You can go in here, and I would set mine to kilometers, right? There it is. Good. Kilometers an hour. Phone audio. Do you want your phone audio to come through this? Because you may not want it to come through this unit. Like for me, I used to have my phone audio come into the motorcycle, but all the other stuff come in here. So I could say, no, don't want the phone audio here. good size click. Or key volumes, Wi-Fi switch, your tire pressure, your screensaver. You can reset the factory, format your SD card. Do you have an auto brightness? I'm going to say yes to that so that it automatically looks around. See, it says, so I'm going to say no for now because it dimmed it down. So I want it nice and bright. Yes. Come back here. And now it's set that. Now it's set it really bright. So let's crank that back up again. There we go. What else do we have here? GPS info, your version, and your touch mode. I don't know what touch mode. Long press to reorder. Oh, this is so you can. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, I'm curious now. If we came into Bluetooth, yes, remote device, it's not connected, which is that little remote thing. Bluetooth switch, disconnect. Can I actually connect this? So if I came back to my home and I said maybe interconnect, please use your phone for pairing. So let's see if it actually, you got your Apple and Android Auto. Equipment name is X. So let's just bring into our settings to see how easy this is to pair. So I'm going to bring up my Bluetooth. See at the bottom here. See if anything pops up. What does it say? Please use your iPhone for Bluetooth pairing following the prompts of phone for connection. Now I got a miscellaneous. I wonder if I have to hit like Apple just to tell it it's an Apple device. I have a miscellaneous that shows up. Equipment name, MT91D. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it started as miscellaneous, but it turned into that. So we're going to click that. So just beware, you may need to give it a couple seconds for it to refresh its name. Welcome to wireless CarPlay. I'm going to say allow. Okay. Seems, oh, connect to CarPlay. Yes, sir, ma'am. And again, it's the first time I got some beeps happening. There it is. Voila. It's playing my music through here. Okay, if you happen to have it pause and you just did an update like I did, so if that's the case, you may actually see, shall I pause this? There's a way just to pause it. There it is. Boom. Good. I actually had my app at a screen that was like, here's what's new on your music app. Anyways, it seems to work fine. Click. Finger responsiveness is good. If I switch to, let's say there, good. Comes up nice. Perfect. My messages, there they are. Excellent. I can go back to the main app right there. So you'll have home, which will take you out of this. Yes. Now, if you come here, it should just take you straight back here. Of course, now it's not like super fast in regards to this, but I would say it's good. It's good enough, right? Good enough for that kind of stuff. And then you have your things like your settings, right? Driving focus. These are going to be for your CarPlay, right? CarPlay, Apple Intelligence, etc., whatever. And you have this little dot right there. So you can just tap on that. So you actually see it allows you to go home, change your brightness, change your audio, and go to your cameras, right? So if you had cameras set up, it would show them, but I don't have my cameras set up here. Go back to my home. Now, a few things just to realize too, camera wise, 1080p. So if you are expecting to get, let's say, GoPro quality or Insta360 quality or something like that, you're not going to get it, right? These are designed for capturing license plates. You're designed to capture things that have happened around you that, for insurance purposes, right? You could catch the person, you'd be like, I wasn't at fault, etc., right? It's a dash cam, right? It's not an action camera, it's a dash cam. So that's what it is. And then, of course, you have your TPMS, right? Your tire pressure monitoring systems, which is really important, especially for me this time of year. Really important because, temperatures go up and down so much, or at least where I live. This morning it's 5 degrees. This afternoon it could be 20. So in the morning you go out for a ride and your tires are just ridiculously soft and squishy. Why? Because, they come up and they're like, we're only at 32 PSI, where we're supposed to be at 40. So it's nice to know that information in front of you. So as long as those are on there, they will give you like warnings. You can go in and look, you can see what your temperature is. Now for me, I know if I leave it, let's say 10 o'clock and they're down a couple PSIs, that they're going to raise as soon as the bike starts moving and the tires heat up. But this time of year, I will definitely increase them at least a couple PSIs for sure to get them up where they should be, so they're not all soft and squishy. because then your handling gets a little weird on the road, right? And you don't want that. You don't want your tire pressure being the reason that you go down or you get into an accident. So the fact that this has your CarPlay or your Android Auto, it has a couple of its own built-in features, which is really cool, that stands out on its own, which is nice. It has your 1080p front and rear cameras for dash cam footage, or use it for whatever. Comes with an app, really easy to connect. And of course, it's a budget. It's a budget price. But as they say, premium features. So if you're interested, I think it's got a really nice build. Again, it's got its own built-in GPS, which is nice. It doesn't just rely on your phone, which a lot of them actually rely on the GPS in your phone. But this will actually have, like I said, a driving recorder. So when you're actually doing your, let's say, a dash cam footage, it's going to know exactly where you were because it has its own GPS built into it. So I think that's super cool. All right, guys, that's it. I think it's the C6 Pro. I'm pretty sure. And I will put links below if you're interested. Head on over there, take a look. And that's it. Happy riding. I know for me, the season is slowly coming to an end. But I got another month-ish, maybe 2, in the bag before winter shows up. All right. Ride safe. And I will see you guys next video. Links down below. Later.